all I can say.
All right, so Mr. Anderson, I will come to you now. Please tell us how your experience has been with crypto.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Crypto experience has pretty much been good the past few years. Before it wasn't easy, as a beginner, it is always not easy. But the past few years has been easy. But one thing we should not forget is that every industry comes with its ups and downs. So obviously we'll have some downturns, and at some points in time things also get better. But with me, I'm not just looking at cryptos. I'm looking at technology behind or around crypto, developing technologies for people to use or for benefit of others. So my experience generally, I think it's good. It's good so far. My experience is good.
So it seems that everyone is telling us that they've had a very good experience so far. But to the lay person out there, there's a lot of things to understand when it comes to crypto and forex trading. This question, I'll take it to to Yawswinger. Yawswinger. I'll send this question to you. If somebody wants to venture into forex trading, what are they supposed to do? What's the first step they are supposed to take?
All right. So number one, what I'm going to say is if you want to do Forex, number one, first and foremost, you should try and get some understanding of what you want to venture into. You want to understand the risks involved. Even if you've been told there's no risks involved, you still need to understand what you are actually going to get involved. So one, knowing what you are going to do. Then two, understanding who you are. You understand? So the moment you understand who you are, I mean, coming into this business, you come and understand the risks involved. I wouldn't go much into it, but I'm saying that once you understand who you are, then you would know what you want. And then once you know what you want, then you would know what to look out for. And then that would just be it. There are a lot of mentors you can reach out to. Basically, first and foremost, get an understanding of what you want to delve into, and then also understand the person you are first. Get that understanding, you can actually look out for mentors that will best suit you, and then you can reach out to them. Or if you want to personally go on the journey, like some of us did, if you want to go through the journey your own way, that's also fine. But you just need to understand who you are before you actually do anything. So basically, that's what I would say to anybody who wants to delve into Forex. First, understand what Forex is, and then understand yourself too. Thank you.
Okay, so in understanding what Forex is and understanding yourself, let me throw this question to Forex. I want to find out from you. Now let's say I've understood the Forex market, how it works. What's the next step I'm supposed to take after understanding it? How do I put my money into it? What does it mean to trade in Forex?
Okay, so if you're trading in Forex, all you're doing is that you're participating in the bigger space, what we call the derivative market. And the derivative is like an instrument, right, in the financial market where you are trading or buying an asset where you do not necessarily own that underlying asset, but you're making money off the price differentials. That sounds a little bit technical, I can see from your face. It's very clear from your face. But what it means is that you realize that people would say, oh, I bought gold today, I sold gold today, right? But did they buy the physical gold itself or sell the physical gold? No. They just bought and sold the underlying. Give me a minute, right? Give me a second. They just bought or sold the underlying price. So what it means is that if you're trading in the currency market, you're trading in the derivative market, which is also under the CFD, which we call the contract for difference, right? But I think I'll explain that when I check my door and come back. I'll break it down.
No problem. No problem. We'll give you that break. All right. So let me switch to crypto. Bitcoin and Alhaji, this question is coming to you. If I am new to crypto and I've heard so much about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the coins, and I don't understand it, how you break it down to a lay person to venture into the space?
So basically, mostly when I take on beginners, I try to explain using, the everyday life we have around us. So mostly what I use, the analogy I use to explain cryptocurrency it's more like a mobile money something that is it's a currency on its own. You know, when you are doing mobile money transactions, we use we send money from one phone to another phone or over a network, right? Yes, but then we are basically sending the money in Ghana cedi. But this time around, we are having something that is a currency on its own, which is called the Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. And then it's actually not verified by a service provider like MTN, but then it's rather verified over the network by people we call the miners on the network. You understand? So it's more like a distributed ledger. It's a distributed ledger that holds transactions and confirms transactions. So that's what the whole thing about cryptocurrency is.
Okay.
I don't know if it's very simple or it's a bit technical.
Please come again.
I don't know if this analogy is very simple or is quite a bit technical. But then I
It
think
is
that's
technical. I think it's quite technical, but let me just go straight to Mr. Anderson for him to give us a little bit of a breakdown into the crypto world. So if I am a new person and I've heard about crypto and then I want to trade in cryptocurrency, having my money, how much am I supposed to start with? Where do I go to? Who do I give the money to? How do I start trading? Mr. Anderson, I don't know if you got my question because somebody was talking, but I hope you got me.
I will sue you. You don't know. I will sue you, Collins. And this time around, you will be jailed.
Mr. Anderson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I got your question. Your question was regarding as a new person.
Mr. Anderson, your line is breaking. So while we wait for him to sort that out, let me quickly.
Can you hear me?
Your line is breaking.
Yes, I think someone.
Okay, so while we wait for Mr. Anderson to sort that out, let me quickly move straight to, let me come back to Bitcoin Alhaji. So now that I have my money and, okay, Mr. Anderson, can you hear me now? Okay, let me hold that question on crypto. Let me hold it on and come straight to Forex. So let me go to Dr. Harmonics. You haven't spoken. I want to find out from you. You're into Forex. If I have my money now, where do I put it? How do I buy the gold and all the other assets? How do I trade? How does it work?
So first of all, if you are new into the Forex industry, what you need is basically trying to learn first, okay? Because you cannot venture into something you don't have any idea about. So you need a Forex mentor first so that your learning curve can be shortened, because some of us, it took us a lot of years to actually have an edge on the market. So with the introduction of when you meet a very good mentor, the mentor can actually guide you through the process of, analyzing the market. Then once you have your money, once you have the idea, you should know the kind of trader you want to be. Depending on your personality, depending on whether you're a full-time worker or you want to go trading full-time or part-time. So based on that, you would want to get a working strategy that will fit your personality. Once it's done, the working strategy would have a bit of risk management policies and all those things in place. Then once you are done, you get a broker. So the broker is actually the bank where you would want to put your money so that you can actually trade on the market and make some returns on it. With that funding, you can actually use crypto to fund, okay? And you can also use your Visa card. There are so many means of funding, which crypto is also part that you can also use it to fund. And once you fund, based on your strategy and your risk management policies, you can actually make some good money off the market. Okay, so basically that's it. But first, the most important thing is that you should have a strategy. At least if the strategy is giving you 50% profitability, that means that 5 out of 10 trades should be profitable. Yes, with a good risk to reward ratio, having a good risk management policy, and make money over the long period of time. So the most important thing is that you should learn the right way. Once you learn the right way, you get a very good mentor who is actually a very good trader, a very consistent one. Then you can also get your risk management policies in place. With all these things, you can actually make a lot of money off the market. Okay, so thank you.
Now that sounds very lucrative, but one thing I'm realizing that runs through everybody's story is the fact that it took you years to build it up. So it means you don't just wake up and then within 1 month, 2 months, you are, making it big. It takes time, right?
Yes, that's why, you see, those days, I started around 2008. So I started around 2008, and the journey.
Dr. Harmonics, you are muted.
So I said, those days, I started around 2008, and at that time there were a few mentors in Ghana. I didn't even know whether there were mentors in Ghana, but I learned from other great mentors outside, okay, like Timothy Sykes and other stuff. I was into more of penny stocking, and I don't want to go, I don't want to be a little bit more technical, but what you need actually is that you need a mentor who is shorten your learning curve. Because we've trained people who have been successful in the trading business they've been for like 6 months and they've started seeing some consistency. So the right thing is to get a mentor. Once you get a mentor, you can shorten your learning curve, and from there, you can make a lot of money off the market. I'm sorry, I'm muted.
All right. So sorry about that. So I was saying that all I've gathered is that it's important to take your time, it's important to learn, and it's important to get a mentor. Mr. Anderson, I'm coming straight to you. I don't know if your sound is better now, but if it is it?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes, I think my internet.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted you to touch on the crypto. If somebody has
My internet is better now.
All right. So I wanted you to touch on the crypto. If somebody has money and they want to start trading crypto, what's the procedure? Where do they put the money? How do they go about it?
Yes, we should talk now.
Okay, so while we wait for Mr. Anderson to sort. Okay, Mr. Anderson's sound is very bad, but while we wait for him to sort that out, this question will come straight to all of you. There are some crypto and Forex people also on board, so I'm going to move from the beginners point to those who are trading at this moment. How do you manage your trade when the market, is in dip? Maybe you can explain what a market dip is, and then how you can manage your trade when the market is in dip. So I will start with Yawswinger. How do you manage your trade when the market is in dip?
So like I rightfully said, I am focused on Forex trading, also focused on day trading. So with my style of trading, I may not be able to talk on the dip and the highs and stuff. So if you could pass on this question to other people, once it relates with me, I'll come in and then say what I have to say.
Okay, Bitcoin Alhaji, do you want to take that up? What do you do when there's a dip in the market? Maybe first you can explain to us what a market dip is, then you can go ahead and tell us what you do when there's a dip in the market.
Okay, so a market.
Bitcoin Alhaji, you are muted.
Can you hear me now, please? Yeah, so basically a market dip more like the price fall of a certain coin, especially let's say Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, so it's more like the father of all the coins. And then when anything happens to Bitcoin, it actually affects the whole market because it has more than 50% of the cryptocurrency market. So when there's a dip, when the price of Bitcoin is falling and all coins are falling and stuff, actually there are two types of traders I want to elaborate here. There are people who trade the futures, and then there are people who are more like investors. They just buy coins and keep them in the wallet, waiting for the coins to appreciate in value so that they sell and make their profit. Those are more like long-term traders, more long-term investors. And then there are the futures traders who are more like forex traders on the crypto market. They buy and sell with leverage and stuff. So with the help of your technicals, if you're a futures trader, with the help of your technicals, you might be able to pick up when there will be a dip and then actually leave your position or close your position before the dip affects you. You understand? But then as an investor, you are in for the long term. You are in for the long term. You are maybe investing into your coin for the next 2, 3 years. And then when there's a dip, it's more like it affects your portfolio balance. So the best way to manage your dip is to change your coins to maybe USDT, more like stable coin. Stable coin is a coin that like doesn't change price. The price is always fixed, and mostly it's tagged along with the US dollars. So let's say USDT per se it always has the value of $1. So if you're able to convert your coins before the market dip, like the market dip doesn't affect your portfolio balance. You understand? Also, if you are a futures trader, you can even actually benefit from the market dip because you can close your buy position and then enter your sell position in order not to get liquidated. Or you can even just have patience. You know, trading is all about patience. You can just have patience and then leave the market. So when the market is coming up again, then you join or you enter the market. So basically, I think these are two ways, two different ways handle this. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So I've been prompted that Joe Trader is with us. So sorry that I kept skipping you. I mentioned you earlier and I couldn't hear from you, so I had to move on. So maybe you clarify for us, are you into Forex or you're into crypto? Hi, Joe Trader.
Hey, man, you 0-0.
Okay, so while we wait for Joe Trader to join us, I don't know if he can hear me. Okay, Ms. Anderson, is your internet better now? Can we come back to you? Okay, while we wait for him to sort that out, I'm coming back to. Oh, it's breaking. It's really breaking. Okay, so while we wait for him to sort that out, I'll move straight to Kojo Forex. I think you're back now.
Yeah, I'm back. All
right, great. So I want you to tell us when it comes to Forex, when there's a market dip, what would you advise traders to do?
So you see, when it comes to like Forex, you should understand that it's just like trading of exchange rates, right? Specifically when you're dealing with currencies, like exchange rates, they move for various reasons. It could be fundamental reasons, it could be geopolitical reasons, it could be technical reasons, it could be transaction purpose. But for any reason at all, then your trader, your responsibility is to find that speculative insight into telling that, okay, this thing is going to go up or it's going to go down, let me profit from it, right? But to narrow it to dip, then it does not really cover up what we traders do, because at the end of the day, as a trader, you can take advantage of both the upside of the market and the downside of the market. But if you really want to talk about what will a trader do in a dip,
Kojoforex, please hold on. We missed you at some points. There was some sort of instability. I don't know if you could take the last sentence again.
Yeah, so I'm saying that with your question, that is like somewhat a narrow perspective to a trader. Because when you say as a trader, how will you manage a dip? Then it just puts us in a box, because as a Forex trader, you are just trading off the price differentials in currencies. You're taking advantage of currency exchange rates, right? Now, what makes speculating on the currency market, or what we call the Forex market, interesting is that you can take advantage both of the upside, right? When one exchange rate is stronger than the other, or both on the downside when one exchange rate at the end of the day is also perhaps weaker than the other, right? Which is what we call buying and selling, or going long and going short, right? Now, if you want to talk about what would a trader do, how do you manage a dip, then you're really narrowing it to a trader who has gone in for a long position, which is like he bought into the market expecting price to appreciate or exchange rate appreciation, and now the market is going against them. So what are they going to do in that scenario? I pretty much believe that it just narrows down to some of these technicals that we have in the market. When I say technicals, I'm not talking about your technical analysis. I'm talking about the fact that we have stop losses in the market, right? So when you're using your stop loss, obviously you have predetermined that, okay, if I am wrong, then the market should take me out of this point. So that's pretty much how you're going to deal with a dip in the currency market or in the Forex market. Other than that, if you are talking about any other dip, then perhaps it pertains to people who are investors in the crypto market, who are buying certain crypto or asset class, expecting price to go up, and then now there's plummet against them. How do they manage it? To give you a little bit of a touch on that as well, I would say that, you know, like one other presenter was kind of saying with respect to investing and then futures on the market, we have people that hold different ideologies on the market, right? In the sense that we have traders who would want to buy while the price is rallying up, right? Maybe they bought Bitcoin at 30,000. So their nature also permits them to add on to positions or ride on the wave when price is increasing to 30, 35, 40, 45, and so on. But others too, whilst price is dipping, then they want to buy more. Maybe they bought into Bitcoin at 30,000. It has plummeted to 20,000. They believe in the whole course of nature of Bitcoin. So they feel like at 20,000, go back to 40,000. So let me buy more at the 20,000. So with respect to that, then it kind of really pertains to the investor's ideology or their investing system or belief. So that's like the two perspectives. The first one, when you talk about currency trading, speculating with a dip, then we're talking about you managing your stop loss. But for investing purpose, when you talk about dip, then it stands to do with the investors, ideology. That's just what I would say about
that. That's very insightful. I've been prompted that Joey is part of us now. So CTO, I want you to answer this question for us. When it comes to crypto trading, if there's a newbie and the person has heard about crypto trading and they want to venture into the space, where do they put their money? How does it work? Who is supposed to take the money? And what does it entail? Okay, while we wait for CTO to get himself ready, I can see that Joe Trader has joined us. Yay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, maybe you can introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and we can kick it up from there.
All right, so basically, I'm Joe Trader, originally Joshua J, right? I've been trading the forex market for 5 years now, I should say. But I was in and out of it till I got very serious with it, like 2 years, consistently. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I'm just I'll say a consistent trader because I was, privileged enough to know the right that works on the market, and that has helped me so far. So yeah, I think that's basically I just fun to be with. I like to hang out, to relax a bit when I'm stressed at the beach and all that, So basically, nothing major about me. That's it.
All right, so that's interesting. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to ask you a question that I've been asking everybody. When you have your money, if there's a newbie and they have their money and they want to start trading, you're into Forex, right? Or crypto, which one? Forex. All right. Forex. And they want to start trading in Forex. Where did they put their money? How did they go about it? We've heard from the other speakers. We want to hear from you too.
Right. So, basically, since we are retail traders or people who don't have that required kind of, capital in that sense, we have to deal through the brokers. So a broker is basically someone who helps relay your buyers on the market. So the broker receives your biases or your buy and sell to replicate whatever decision you are making, right? So we always need a broker as a forex trader. So that's where you deposit your money with, so that they would deal with you and they would deal on behalf of you with the international market, right? So every trader needs a broker and a good broker of that sort. So I think that's how it all works.
All right, okay, thank you. Danny, are you around? If you're around, I want to ask you a question quickly. Eric Kumson, can you please mute your microphone? All right, thank you. Danny, if you're around, CTO, I want to ask you a few questions. So if you could just say hello so that I know you're here. Okay. So we'll soon be venturing into our Q&A session, but before then, I have a question for Mr. Benjamin Anderson. I want you to tell us about Mybitstore and how it works, because when a lot of people think of trading in crypto, they think of using the Mybitstore app. So tell us how it works so that the newbies around can also, invest some money into crypto and then get some interest off of it, make some money on the side.
Okay, so thank everyone. Like I said from the beginning, I am not doing just buying and selling of Bitcoin, but as well I'm trying to develop systems around the crypto industry so that people from all over the world can benefit. So Mybitstore as a company, what we do is to provide opportunity for people to buy and sell Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, to send and receive Bitcoin, USDT, other cryptocurrencies. So how people can benefit from Mybitstore, there are so many ways to benefit from Mybitstore. As a crypto trader, you don't need to necessarily have an in-depth into how to analyze charts, how to do so much to make money. You can equally become a crypto merchant, and by being a crypto merchant, it simply means that you are just going to buy and sell from people. You are just going to buy from people and sell to others. You don't need nothing to do this. And this is how you do it. Let's say Kofi has Bitcoin, $100 he wants to buy. He wants to sell. You buy from Kofi, and then you sell to Amma who wants to also buy. So you come in as a middleman. You come in as a middleman or a merchant. So that is one way to make money from trading on Mybitstore. So you use Mybitstore. You can come on Mybitstore, buy Bitcoin at a lower price. You find someone you can sell to at a higher price. Alternatively, you can come and sell your Bitcoin on Mybitstore at a higher price or at a higher rate. So that's a way to use Mybitstore. You can also convert Bitcoin to other cryptocurrencies, which is also a very smooth process to do. Mybitstore also has a referral program which enables you to earn commissions on people you've referred. This means that you don't necessarily need money to make money on Mybitstore. Do you get the point? So as a person who wants to venture into cryptocurrencies, you don't necessarily need money. What you need is to know a few friends. You call your friends, hey, Kojowama, I know this platform. I know you trade. So use Mybitstore for your trade, for your buying and selling. And I know I can make something on Mybitstore and as well have funds to start my crypto journey. On the other side, if you want to analyze chart, if you want to go into in-depth to know how to analyze chart and make trading on exchanges, is also another way of making money as a crypto trader. But basically, Mybitstore offers you the opportunity to buy and sell Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, including USDT. Bitcoin gives you the opportunity to send and receive Bitcoin using our wallet, and our wallet is free. You just create an account with us and you get the wallet for free. You can also buy and sell gift cards using Bitcoin on our P2P marketplace. And P2P simply means that we give you the opportunity to meet other crypto or gift card traders from all over the world. Mybitstore is not just a Ghanaian company. It is not limited to Ghana. Every part of the world you can be trading on Mybitstore. So you don't necessarily need to be in Ghana to be trading on Mybitstore. So we give you that flexibility to use our market, our P2P marketplace, to meet other traders from all over the world, sell gift cards, buy gift cards, sell cryptocurrencies. And like I said, the referral programs also exist. So this is what basically Mybitstore offers, and it is a good thing for everyone to try out Mybitstore.
It sounds quite lucrative, and so participants who are here and don't understand how the crypto world works, you can just download the Mybitstore app and refer friends and family to to download the app, trade with it, and then when they complete their cycle, you earn something from them. And it's an ending, by the way. Anyway, Ms. Anderson, this question comes to you again before I go to the rest. I want to find out from you, if someone is into Forex and then, they want to use Mybitstore, how can they use or how can they find any Forex trading accounts using Mybitstore?
Okay, thank you for the question. So one more time, let me mention this. How to fund your Forex account. It's a form of education. Mybitstore has made available a blog page where we get to educate people on how to fund their Forex account, how to withdraw their Forex earnings to Mybitstore for liquidation purposes. And if you want to fund your Forex account with crypto, what you need to do is first register with us. If you want to buy, send the crypto to the Forex account. You come to Mybitstore, you enter the amount you want to buy, you pay for it, we give you the Bitcoin. Then you copy your Forex Bitcoin address or the cryptocurrency for which the broker wants to receive. You copy that particular address, you paste it in your Mybitstore send out space. By send out space, I mean once you opt to send Bitcoin out of Mybitstore, a space comes where we will ask you for the address of the destination for the Bitcoin. So you paste the address there and then send the Bitcoin to the destination, where in this instance the destination refers to the Forex broker. So you can find your Forex account using Bitcoin or USDT in most instances. So you just have to head on to Mybitstore, buy the Bitcoin from Mybitstore, and then transfer the Bitcoin or the USDT to the Forex account. And then that is the way forward for funding your Forex account using crypto, and then your trading journey start from there. But again, if you make some cash, or if you make some earnings from your Forex trading, also you can liquidate those money to cedis or to any other currency you find yourself using. What you need to do is go on Mybitstore, copy your Mybitstore receiving address, you send a Bitcoin or the USDT from the broker account straight to your Mybitstore account. Then from there, you can sell for cash. By cash, I mean mobile money for bank transfers or bank deposit for Western Union, any form of payment that works best for you. You can sell your cryptocurrencies for these payment methods. So basically, this is how to fund your Forex account using crypto, and as well, this is how to sell your Forex earnings on Mybitstore by transferring them from your Forex account onto Mybitstore wallet.
Wow. Okay, that was very insightful. Now I have a final question for every speaker on it. So I'll start with Yawswinger. I'll go to Bitcoin Alhaji. I'll go to Joe Trader, then Kojo Forex, then Dr. Harmonics. I'll come back to Benjamin Anderson. Then I'll give you all your final, the opportunity to give your final words. Then we open the floor for Q&A. My question is, how do you become a successful trader? Whether into Forex or into crypto, how do you become a successful trader? This is my last question. So Yawswinger, I'm going to start with you. Over to you.
Thank you very much. So like I said in the beginning, before you can actually become successful in anything you want to do in this world, one, you need to understand who you are. You need to understand who you are. Then two, can you please hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sure everyone can hear you.
Okay, so I'm saying that number one, you should first of all understand who you are. Now, number two, you also need to understand that, yes, it is easier. I mean, I keep telling people who listen to me always, I keep telling them that, I mean, it's easy to make money, okay? So now the problem is how you can actually get going or how you can get consistent, okay? So number one, you only become successful at something when you have, let's say, when you know how you want to go about. So let's say, let me use this as an example. So in trading forex, we all use different strategies, right? So, I mean, if you chance on a strategy that works for you, okay, and then you are using that strategy, number one, you have to ask yourself, maybe out of 10, you may want to ask yourself, out of 10 trades or out of 10 possible setups that you see with that same strategy, how many times are you going to win, okay? And so if you're able to determine your win rate from there, then number two, you come back to doing that same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Now, what people need to understand is, one, just because Yawswinger is doing this and then it's working for him doesn't mean when you chance on Yawswinger's this then it's going to work for you, okay? Now, it's going to work for you when you are going to follow the set rules that Yawswinger is going to give you. Now, remember that we are all different. And so you still need to understand yourself first. And then when you find that thing that is working, don't change it. Keep doing it and do it for as long as you want to keep going. And then the only difference would be in what probability. So if now you are on the $100 mark and then you are doing it consistently, then now when you get to, I mean, no one will tell you when you are ready to grow. When the growth is coming, no one will tell you, you will see it yourself. So one, get consistent at what you are doing, know yourself, and then that's just it. You are successful. That's just it.
Thank you very much. Consistency and knowing yourself. Bitcoin Alhaji, how do you become a successful trader?
Okay, so basically, I think before you even take the plan to trade any market, the first thing you need to know, you need to have is the knowledge of the market. You have to have knowledge about the market, because it's like a lot of people come into forex and crypto with the aim of making money. But this is the way I see it. I think you are rather supposed to come into the market. You are supposed to come into the market to learn. Then afterwards, when you get the knowledge, you now earn from the knowledge you got. I don't know whether you understand. So, but a lot of traders come in because they see people posting on Instagram, they're making it in forex, so they just come in and then they want to make it. I mean, I've seen beginners open an account of $10 and want to trade 0.1 lots and stuff, live account straight ahead. You understand? Without the knowledge. So I think the first thing you need is the knowledge. And secondly, you have to be determined. You see, if you lack determination, the moment you blow one or two accounts, you think like, no, this is not for me, then you give up. I like Forex is something that you're not supposed to give up on it easily. You're not supposed to give up on it. The more you blow accounts, the more you are learning. Just make sure that you are learning from your losses. The moment you are learning from your losses, that from that instance, you know you are improving. It will get to a time you won't be losing your accounts, but you rather not be seeing the profits. Then at that time, let's say you are in the middle, you get to another stage, then you realize that now you are now becoming a little bit profitable. You find a strategy that works for you, then you now become consistent on that strategy. The next thing I would like to touch on is patience and greed. These two things, if you don't have patience and you are greedy, you it's more like you are on the market to gamble because you put in a trade and then it's the moment it start going against you, then change you change your position. If it was a buy position, you now want to go for a sell position because you think the market is running to the sell position. At that instance, you are even not obeying your own strategy. You don't even believe in what you are doing, or you don't have the knowledge or about what you are doing. You understand? And then one thing about following mentors is the one who just spoke before me said something about you having a mentor, but then even if you have a mentor, and then there are people that they have a mentor, they follow signals and still don't make it because if you are following someone's signal or strategy, you need to have the same psychology, the same trading psychology with the person. That's when you have to follow the rules set by that person. You understand? That person says if you're having $100 account, trade this signal with this lot size. But you think, oh, nah, like you believe in the person than he believes in himself, and you want to trade more than what he's telling you to trade. You end up losing your account and then blaming that this one didn't help you, this one didn't help you. Meanwhile, the psychology he has laid it down for you. Follow it, and you didn't follow it. You understand?
Oh.
Yeah, so you have to have the same psychology, the trading psychology. You have to mentally build yourself. I think forex is like it's more like a mental game
Mm-hmm.
where you are testing your patience and then your level of grit. You put in a trade, it goes into the maybe you set a take profit here. The trade goes is maybe let's say 5 pips to take profit. You feel like no, then you move the take profit there, then you take it down. Yes, 2 days ago I lost one trade with 1 pip, just a pip, just one single movement. The trade got there and then it's reversed. You understand? So we started a
Wow.
trade. Imagine maybe it had hit it was near to my take profit and I adjusted the take profit. It will end up not touching my take profit. And then later on, I'll come and then it has hit my stop loss, then I'll complain or maybe feel bad. So you need to have set rules. You have to set rules for yourself. This is what I'm doing. It's 30 pips take profit, 30 pips take profit. If it's 10 pips stop loss, 10 pips stop loss. Don't change your mind unless maybe a fundamental or other stuff. So this how if you follow these few things I've said, I think it will improve your trading ability. Or because I started from knowledge, determination, patience, then avoid greed, and then have a good psychology about the market. That's all.
Okay. So what I got from you is trading psychology. Have the good psychology behind trading. Okay, I'm going straight to Joe Trader. How do you become a successful trader? Joe Trader, can you hear me? Okay, so while we wait on him, I'm going to skip straight to Kojo
No,
Forex.
oh, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
here.
you're there. All right, sure, cool.
All right, so I'm saying that like to be a successful trader is nothing so skyrocketing. Like you just have to know that you just have to know what works for you. Then you stick to it. As Yawswinger said earlier, I mean, it's about knowing what works for you because everybody has a perspective to the market. We have swing traders, we have scalpers, we have a lot of other kind of perspective of how people look at the market. So based on what as you test the consistency of what you know, and then when it happens, so let's say you scale yourself from a 0 to 100, or let's say 0 to 10, and maybe 0 to 10 is fairly okay. I mean, you tell yourself you're gonna take 10 trades, and then if you're able to make 8 out of 8, even 7 out of 10 out of it,
It's a win.
6. because you know
Even the five out of strategies.
the average, right? It means your strategy is almost good, right? So you just have to work it on it more, probably add some or subtract some, and then that's about it. So I mean, it's just about being consistent to what is working, and then you stick with it. That's all.
Consistency with what is working. All right, Forex, if you're there, please pick it up. What can we do to become successful traders? Hi, Forex, can you hear me? Okay, while we wait on him to, join us, I'm going straight to Dr. Harmonics.
Hello.
Hi, Forex, is that you?
Yeah.
All right, sure. Please go ahead. How does one become a successful trader?
Right. I like to, put it in a very simple way that before one can really, really become a successful trader, the utmost thing is that they have to take it as a career. Right. Now, what do I mean by taking it as a career? Just like think about the fact that maybe your mother or dad or somebody wanted you to be a tailor, a hairdresser, right? You obviously go with starting to learn about the craft, right? You don't go there and then all of a sudden they set up a container for you and then you think that you're a master. You start to sew people's dresses, let them come. No, you go there, serve under the woman for 3 years, right? So it's the same perspective. It's out of the 3 years that you know how to deal with your workers, how to deal with, clients, how to deal with the craft, the business, how it runs. It's the same thing with trading. So if you want to start trading, okay, it's my career. How do I get on board now? You want to learn the whole nature of it, which comes with number one, the strategy, just as others have talked about. And then the strategy would lead you on to learning that it's not only enough, you also have to build your psychology. And then you realize that it's not only enough with the psychology, you have to build your money management. It's not only enough, you have to build other that, right? So once all those processes are done, which is like still you being in that career process, then you would know that, okay, now I'm like a madam now, right? Which is like you graduated or I'm a boss now. Then you wanna keep hold on that, right? You wanna keep hold on that. What do I mean by keep hold on that? Just still put it like the same career process, being like a hairdresser or a tailor or a barber. After serving for 3 years, now you open your container. You still go around other shops that, oh, teach me how you cut this, that, teach me how. You want to now operate your business, right? So after learning, having that confidence, knowing all you need to know, building your psychology, building your tactics, patience level, everything, then you say, okay, this is a time that I would make due use of all the knowledge I've acquired, all the patience tactics to make money off the market, right? Now, if you start to also go on that journey, still within that career bracket, then you want to think about the fact that, okay, then be realistic with yourself, still under the career perspective, because you cannot just say, okay, I'm a new madam, I sell my container. Because I have my container, I have some few workers, I want to buy a Lamborghini, I want to buy a house, you obviously start with a realistic expectation. So you're a trader, you start trading, you've learned for 3 years, you start, okay, I want, what's my capital? Are you using a funded account? Are you trading for your uncle or your some friends, or are you using your own capital? Be realistic with your gains. You get it? Then I like to always compare the fact that when you're even talking about gains, look at your own, sphere of peers, right? Or your own circle of peers, right? So let's say you're a fresh graduate from uni, right? And you literally have been in this hustle for a couple of years now, and then things are picking up for you. Then you want to ask yourself, okay, within my age range, like what are entry level colleagues in other, sphere of organizations making? Oh, they're making 3,000, they're making 2,000, they're making 1,000, they're making this, right? I'm not saying literally limit your potential in the market, but use that as a good
have
measure.
Realistic expectations.
Okay, as a trader, even if I was supposed to be working in a bank, I would have been making 3,000 Ghana cedis. Now, as a trader, I've been able to make 5,000. That's like a step ahead, a level up, right? And that's like, to me, that's level head that can really lead one to, having a successful career in the market. That's it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, Mr. Anderson, this question goes to you too. What do I do to become a successful trader?
Okay, thank you, Baba, for the question. So with me, I'm going to be specific with cryptos. So as a crypto trader, you have to surely know what you want to make out of crypto trading. Is it profit or money? And if it is money, or if you are looking to make gains, ask yourself, are you looking to make gains in the short term or the long term? But irrespective of you trying to make gains in the long term or short term, there are key points you have to always note. One of them is learning to grow a portfolio, or how to build portfolio. Before you even trade, you have to go through a process of learning. So after all the process of learning, people still don't make gains. And to me, these are reasons why people don't make the gains, or the rewards they need to be making. First of all, they don't learn ethics of growing portfolio. For an instance, someone trades or puts $1,000 in a trade and make $200 on it in a day or in a week, and the person still thinks that amount is very little to take gains. It is not little, because in a traditional financial market, you don't make 20% or 25% of your money in a week. So you making that money in a week is a good gain, and it adds up to building your portfolio. But people go greedy and they forget the fact that making a 20% in a week is good. So they want 100%, a 200%, a 300%. In some instances, they even want it in a day. So first of all, learn the fact that you have to learn to grow your portfolios with time. Make sure you always have your stop losses. Know what you can afford to lose and what you cannot afford to lose. Don't assume that you put $1,000 and $1,000 in crypto. In crypto, everything is possible. You can put $1,000 and it becomes $100, even $10. Don't assume that your portfolio moved from $1,000 to $900. So you hold on until the market turns up and then it goes to 10,000, then you cash out. You may be mistaken. Know what you want to lose in every trade. If you truly want to be successful, because opportunities exist elsewhere in other trades. If you lose $50 in $1,000 trade, that is like 5%. You have to know that my risk level, or I want to take 5% risk on this trade. Please make sure that if it is best for you, take your losses at $50, because you never know. You may be taking losses at $900. And in that instance, you lost 90% of your trading amount. So always know how to measure your risks. And also another thing is patience. Patience pays a lot in crypto trading. Patience pays a lot, because with me, I don't trade much. I don't buy much. I don't do much on the daily basis. What I do is I only have to wait for the right time. I may be trading 2-4 times in a whole month, or sometimes in 3 months. And the rewards are always what I expect, because if you may be trading every day, you may be making a lot of mistakes, and these mistakes just don't come as mistakes. They come with emotion. They come to distract your psychology. They come to distract everything around you. And whenever you are distracted psychologically, emotionally, your damages are even more than what you expect. You are most likely to make mistakes that a person who calls him or herself a trader wouldn't be making. So first of all, learn to be patient, to take trades at the right time. That's key. To learn to manage your risks, because you are only in for gains. You are not in for losses. And if you see losses, you must have a way to control them. And no amount is little. By growing your portfolio, always remember, you are not going to grow your portfolio with 1,000% in a day. If those instances come, it's a bonus to you. But you have to acknowledge or appreciate the fact that every trade with a gain or with a little gain is a gain to cherish. So you don't become too greedy to lose it all. So to me, to become a successful trader or to be making gains, these points are very vital, aside the fact of you learning to analyze and you learning to get the knowledge on the market. These ones are very vital, that if you can be the best in analyzing. But if you lack these ones, you will still go down on your trading journey. So I think for everybody who wants to be successful, my colleagues mentioned so many of them. Take those ones, but don't forget these are also very important in building or becoming successful in your crypto trading journey.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I'm going to be opening the floor for questions. So if you have any question, please, 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 please raise your hand. I'm going to call you and then you ask the question that you want to. So anybody? So while we do that, I was in the comments, the chat box, and then someone asked a question. Elvis says, what is crypto arbitrage? I don't know what it means, but then I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but it's arbitrage, crypto arbitrage. Who would like to take that? Shall I give it to Mr. Anderson? Shall I give it to Bitcoin Alhaji? Okay, so while anybody else, okay.
For me, this is Dr. Harmonix actually. For me, he's talking about.
Oh, Dr. Harmonix, I didn't ask you about. Okay, so maybe you can touch on what to do to become a successful trader before you answer the question.
Okay, so to become a successful trader, first of all, let me take it this way. People make a lot of mistakes starting their forex or crypto journey. And for me, someone would actually vibe on the internet, go to the internet, read a whole lot of stuff, a lot of junk. See, there are a lot of junks on the internet. People will read a lot, and the moment they get a small strategy or someone posts something on the internet with, a strategy, then he will also go and do the same thing. He doesn't even know how many times the person did it before actually posting it on YouTube. Probably it might not work for you, you understand? So the person gets that and automatically jump on, open account with a broker and start trading and loses all the money. Then will be like, Forex is a scam, Forex is whatever. So for me, first of all, market is very dynamic. You start by learning online, okay? So you learn a lot of stuff online. Then instead of you going to start, trading from the start, get a Forex mentor, help you, so that the person will help you to actually learn the most important aspect or the theories of the market. For me, I'm a swinger, and for me, I believe that 88% of Forex traders fail on the market. About 18% are actually being profitable. So what is the 18% doing right, which is keeping them profitable? It's because they have an edge on the market, okay? So for me, I always advise my traders to learn a lot. And Forex, to be successful in this Forex industry, it's about exercising, it's all about mindset, your mindset and your attitude. Once you exercise your mind every day, and how do you exercise your mind? By learning. Okay, I believe that market is very dynamic, and the phase of market changes every time. One strategy might not work for a ranging market. One strategy might not work for a trending market. Okay, so you need to learn all the theories of the market. There are so many theories. Some do just classical chart pattern like price action. Some do Elliott waves, harmonic trading. Some do a whole lot of stuff. So you should know all. Then based on that, you look at your personality as an individual. Then you might want to say that, okay, based on whatever, all the information I've gathered, I think building a strategy based on harmonic trading or building a strategy based on Elliott waves will suit me. Me personally, I have a strategy that I always teach people, which is the STR strategy, which combines both harmonic trading, Elliott waves, and smart money, all the in one system. And it's basically swing trading. So I try to make people feel like with trading, you don't need to quit your job to actually go into trading. Before you actually quit your job, then you have about 10 times your salary down before, because beginning trading is not easy. The beginning of trading is not easy. Once you get a good strategy, and this strategy should be at least 50% profitable. Even 40% profitable can make you consistent. Why? If I'm a swinger and I want to take maybe trades that will give me one risk to, let's say, 4 reward for every trade, because personally I'm a swinger. Okay. Now, I would want to do this over and over and over. So in this case, if one trade is giving me 4% as profit and I lose, let's say, 1%, that means that 6 trades, I'm going to lose how much? 6% in total. But the 4 trades being profitable, 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 minus 6 is 10%. So in this case, when you are trading, you shouldn't look at the value of the money that you lose. You should take every bit in percentage. Okay, so you should calculate your profit in percentage. And that is how you actually become very profitable. You should manage your expectation. You shouldn't tell yourself that the moment you start trading, you want to buy the big house, you want to buy the Lamborghini, you want to do whatever. See, it's not easy out here. It's not easy. So you need to manage your expectation and take it like how the casinos operate. There is a saying that the casino will always win. But there are a lot of people betting that are actually making money. So how do the casino win? The casino looks at the overall risk of the market. So that means that few people would make the money, but a lot will lose. Okay, so you should see trading as a business and spread your risk over a long period of time. Manage your expectations. And the most important thing is risk management. For every trade, you should manage every trade very unique. That means that for every trade, you need to calculate your risk. Personally, my risk is 1% per trade. Okay, I don't go beyond that. So you should have your Forex calculator to actually calculate your risk before you enter the market. So once you do that, you will be able to take each trade very unique, and at the long run, you are going to make a lot of money. Okay, so with all this, I believe that to be successful in this business, first of all, you need to align yourself with a good mentor who can actually move you. I mean, a mentor who is actually trading and being profitable. You align yourself with a person instead of you going to blow your account blow your account from the start and think Forex is a scam. You want to learn Forex the right way. And once you do that, I mean, you are going to make a lot of money over the long period of time. Okay, so that's all I can say about how to start your Forex journey.
Okay, so on the second question, I think I'll just jump it on to Mr. Anderson to answer that for us. Thank you so much, Dr. Harmonics. So calculate your risk, manage your expectations. That is what Dr. Harmonics is saying. So, Mr. Anderson, somebody asked about crypto arbitrage. If you're available, please answer this question for us.
Okay, Baba, I'm available. So it simply means buying from one exchange and selling on the other exchange. So usually what happens is that, you know, Bitcoin has a fixed value in terms of BTC, but the dollar value is not always the same on different exchanges. So let's say you come on Mybitstore, one Bitcoin on Mybitstore is $12,200. You go on other exchange, one Bitcoin there is $12,100. So you just want to take advantage of the difference. So you buy where it is low, transfer to where it is high, as in from one exchange to the other, and make profit from the difference in the exchanges. So do you get the explanation I'm trying to make here?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Elvis, do you get the explanation?
So
Elvis?
basically,
Mr. Anderson, please go.
So basically, it means buying from one exchange at a lower price to sell at another exchange at a higher price. Yes.
Okay, all right. Someone is asking, Mr. Anderson, this question is for you too. Albert is asking, can you do Visa withdrawal and Momo withdrawal on Mybitstore?
Okay, so Visa and then Momo withdrawal. Initially, we were doing Momo withdrawals on Mybitstore, but we noticed that our service providers in most instances cannot be relied on. We have difficulties with network, either network or API integration issues. So we decided to stick to a more sustainable and reliable means of payment. So in this instance, if you sell your crypto, you will still get Momo, but the Momo is not credited or it's not deposited on the Mybitstore app itself. You trade and then you provide us with your mobile money number, then we will process it manually. So you don't get to deposit the Momo on the Mybitstore app because in most instances, like I said, our service providers don't provide us with a reliable stability or the good services we expect from them. So now we are processing all payments related to mobile money manually. And with Visa, you cannot withdraw Visa payments or you cannot make payments on Mybitstore using a Visa card. That is something we are working on. Hopefully, in the next month or two, that feature will also be available. But at the moment, you cannot pay for Bitcoin using a Visa, or you cannot withdraw your crypto earnings from Mybitstore onto your Visa card. So that is something that is not available now. I think my CTO will be able to explain more into the mobile money and then the Visa issue, because it's an issue relating to technology and engineering, and he's online, so maybe he can say much more about it.
All right, so CTO and Daniel Darko, please take over from here. Okay, so while we wait for him, there's another. Are you ready? Okay, while we wait for him, there's another question that says, how does one interpret or dissect macroeconomics in terms of war, terrorism, elections, oil price surge, financial crisis, to what is happening in the market? Anybody can take this question, please. So when there is war, terrorism, and elections, oil price surge, financial crisis, and all that, how do you interpret or dissect it with what is happening on the market?
Okay, so Baba, if I get your point very well, I think the person is trying to ask that what does one need to do in instances like this, or what are the likelihood effects of these incidences or global incidents? Is that right?
Yeah,
so, I mean, mostly one cannot predict exactly when or what will happen in the world. But when these incidents happen, you can make your analysis, or you can look around and see what is happening. So what I would say regarding dissecting or trying to understand effect of global events on crypto or forex market, in my case, I'll particularly concentrate on crypto, is that, initially when Russia started attacking Ukraine, crypto was suffering because people in those parts of the world were not exactly patronizing cryptos, or for one or two reasons, the news kept crypto in the downside. But a few hours later, Ukraine started soliciting for funds through crypto, and then people started buying into Bitcoin again. So these incidences, who thought something that caused Bitcoin to go down at the same time will cause it to go up? So, one cannot exactly predict what the event will bring on cryptos.
Yeah.
But as and when they happen, the incidences around them or the effect bring a result you may not even see. It's just up to you to make a decision on which way to go. If you are fortunate your decision is right, then you get to gain from the effect of the incident. Yes.
Okay. All right. Does
Okay,
anyone
so-
want to touch on? Yeah.
Okay, so let me add on with that. I believe that there are risk on and risk off assets. Okay. Now, when you talk about in forex trading, we have risk on and risk off currencies. Now, risk off currencies, basically, they are the safe haven. So they basically do well during pandemics and war. Like when this Russia incidents happen, so that the dollar, now safe haven assets, we have the dollar, the yen, the CHF, and the rest. They are mostly risk off assets. So they perform well when there are pandemics and other stuff. Okay, and during this period, that's when they tend to perform better. The other side is that when stock market is also doing well, then you have the risk on asset, which is maybe the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, and they perform the euro, the pound, and they perform better during the stock market booming. But when it comes to pandemics and all these war, tornado, and all those kind of stuff, then risk of assets will do well, which is the CHF. They are considered as a less risky asset. So the CHF, dollar, the yen, the gold, and they tend to perform well during pandemics and all this kind of war. Okay, so that is it.
Oh, what's happening? Okay. All right. Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So at this juncture, if we don't have any more questions, is there anybody's question? Okay, Lady Smart, I see your hands up. Please go ahead with your question. Lady Smart? Okay. Okay. If you don't have anybody, all right, let me go through this quickly and see. Okay, she wants to be unmuted. He or she wants to be unmuted. Lady Smart has a question. Please unmute, ladies. Okay, sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate this opportunity for us to learn. I just wanted to add a little contribution. It's not a question. Initially, you asked a question with regards to the fact that if someone has some amount of money and then after learning all the basics and everything, either Forex or crypto, and then the person wishes to invest some money in either of this, that how is the person going to do that? So, okay, so I'm a crypto trader, and what I want to say is when, for example, if you're a newbie and then you just get some amount of money, you could start with as little as $10 or even $5, depending on the project you want to enter into. So what I always say is if I'm a new person, then it means with all I've learned, I have to know the network or the blockchain in which the project that I want to ape into or the project that I want to invest into, I need to know the network or the blockchain in which it is being launched on. If it is on the Binance blockchain or the Ethereum blockchain, then I need to know any of those before I invest. And then with that, I have to know if I am going to buy it on a decentralized exchange or on a centralized exchange. Decentralized exchange where we have the Binance, the Coinbase and other platforms like that. Then the decentralized exchange where we have the Pancake Swap, the Uniswap, where if you want to buy a Binance blockchain or a Binance network project, you use the Pancake Swap either on your Trust wallet or on your MetaMask. So that is basically how it works. You need to know the network in which you want to ape into. And then after that, after buying into a project, you need to monitor it enough to know when you are in profit and then when you need to sell off to take your profit. That is how the little I can contribute to the question you asked earlier. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, that was very, very thoughtful and very insightful. Thank you so much, Lady Smart. Bitcoin Alhaji, I saw your hands up earlier. I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I want to add something. Coming back to the previous question that someone asked about crypto arbitrage and how to make
Yeah,
money from that effortlessly. With
coming.
you can even start doing crypto, being a crypto arbitrage trader with like with no money, absolutely no money. This is how it works. As Mr. Anderson already said, it's just like buying from one exchange and selling it on another exchange just to profit from the difference of the dollar there, right? So we are in Ghana here, and then a lot of people don't have access to these exchanges and stuff. So how do I go about trading crypto arbitrage? It's like this: you look for two people who are, let's say, crypto merchants. Personally, I buy
Mhm.
Bitcoin. So maybe you ask for this person's rate. What's your rate of the dollar? What rate do
Mhm.
you buy at, or what rate do you sell at? Ask this person, what rate do you buy at? What rate do you sell at? So it's just like looking for someone to buy the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency at a low rate. Looking for, then after that, you look for someone who is buying it at a higher rate. You understand? So,
Yeah.
like, let's say my Bitcoin is buying their BTC at, maybe if I want to sell my BTC to my Bitstore, their rate at which they want to buy is let's say 6.5. Assuming, I'm just using it
Mhm.
as an.
Yeah, sure.
Then a friend comes to me and he says he has Bitcoin to sell. Let's say $1,000. Then I tell him,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to buy it at 6 points. You understand? So it
Yeah.
means I'm buying at 6.2 from my friend, selling it to Bitstore at my Bitstore at 6.5. That means I'm making 30 pesos on each dollar.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get it. So that $30, that 30 pesos, 0.3 multiplied by the amount of dollars I'm buying from my friend and selling on my Bitstore. That is like
Mhm.
0.3 times 1,000. That's like 306, right? So
Mhm.
outright, I'm making a profit of 300 without investing any money into anything. You
Mhm.
understand?
Yeah.
What I just have to do is make payments to my Bitstore, take their wallet address, give it to my friend, so he sends the Bitcoin there. You understand? Then
Yeah.
I pay him his money, and my Bitstore also pays me my money. So in this case, if it's $1,000, my Bitstore is paying me 6,500 for
Mhm.
6.5 rate, and then I'm paying my friends 6,200 for
So
6.2
you
rate.
keep,
That 200 CD difference is my profit.
yeah, you keep the
Understand?
profit.
So that's more of the crypto arbitrage, or let's say Bitcoin arbitrage or whatever.
Ah,
That's
okay.
that's just how to make it's one way to make money from cryptocurrencies. Just buy and sell. Look for someone who's buy and selling at a low rate. Then sell, buy from the person, sell it to someone who is buying at a high rate. Then
Yeah.
simple, you
Then you
just
make
make
your
money.
money.
But the risk involved is you might experience dip. In case you buy a coin into your wallet, you've not sold it yet, and then there's a dip
It's a dip.
instantly.
Yeah.
You lose the value of the coins in your wallet. So in this case, you have to either wait for the market to bounce back, or you have to sell in loss. You understand? But
Mhm.
then if you want, you can just take. Personally, we have like these crypto merchants you see around, the big people you see around. Most of them have people they do it. So you just take, if you are dealing with me, for instance, instead of buying it into your wallet, you can just take my wallet, and then when someone wants to sell BTC to you, you just send them my wallet. You
Yeah.
understand? The person sends the coin and sends you a screenshot as evidence that he has sent the coin.
Mhm.
Then you go to the Explorer, if it's Binance or whatever Explorer it is, you go on the Explorer, check the validity, like the check the authenticity of that trade that the person has sent you,
Mhm.
that screenshot. If it's really showing on the exchange that he has sent you, let's say $1,000, then you can go ahead and then make payments. Or even sometimes if the person is online, you just let the person pay you. Then instantly you also transfer the balance to the one you bought from. Then you
Mhm.
just make your profit from that. It's so simple.
Mhm.
So that's how crypto arbitrage works. Someone was saying he
Mm.
didn't understand it also.
Yeah. I saw
So
it
you
in the
can make
chat
money.
box too.
Yeah, you can just make money without even investing a CD into
Mhm.
anything. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's
But
easy.
then, most importantly, it has to be of calculated rates. Don't get greedy and try to do it over and over again to make big money out of it. I see, thank you very much, Bitcoin Alhaji. I see K Will, your hand is up. Please go ahead with your question or contribution. K Will. All right.
Baba,
Hi.
yes, please. How do we get in contact with our speakers? Because some of them
Oh,
are having this
I was going
broad
to make
idea
them
about.
share it. I was going to make them share
Okay.
it after the Q&A. So they'll share their
All right.
contact details, their handles, and all of that. I also saw Gausu. I saw your hand up earlier. If you have any question or contribution, you can go ahead. Okay. All right. So I don't see any more questions. And so this is the point where I open the floor for our speakers to give us their contact details, their social media handles, or however you would want to reach them. And before they do that, these are the key take. Okay, I think Gausu is ready. Gausu, are you here? Do you want to ask your question?
No, I think I'm okay.
You are. All right, sure. Thank you. So these are the key takeaways. It says, know yourself, have trading psychology, be consistent, or know your consistency, trade as it is a career, and have realistic expectations, be patient, manage your expectations, spread your risk, and then take calculated risks. These are the key takeaways. At this point, I'm going to allow the speakers to give their contact details, leave their social media handles, and tell us, their final words before we wrap up. So I will start with Yawswinger.
All right. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you guys for having me on. I'm mostly active on Instagram as Yawswinger, YAWSWINGER. And so that's where you can find me mostly. I'm active on there. And then my Telegram channel is Flash Take Profits. And so once you just type Flash Take Profits, or once you get to my profile, you can find a link to my Telegram channel in bio. So I think that's all I'll leave out for now. Thank you.
Okay, all right. We'll also admonish that you leave it in the chat box too, so that those who are writing can quickly, and those who want to take screenshots too. All right, my next person will be Bitcoin Alhaji. Please give us your contact details, your final words, however people can reach you.
Okay, I would want to use this opportunity to really thank Mybitstore for organizing something like this. I've also learned from other presenters and stuff. We are all learning. The forex market is a market that you always need to be learning. You always need to adjust your strategy so that it fits the current market conditions and stuff. So I really appreciate you having me and you being here. I want to say thank you so much. So you can find me on Instagram as Hajnazir. Like I'm literally Hajnazir everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So I'll leave the links in the chat box. Thank you so much.
Yes, sure. Thank you to Bitcoin Alhaji. We'll go straight to Joe Trader. Joe Trader, tell us your final words, give us your contact details, and don't forget to leave it in the chat box also as well. Joe Trader, it's your turn. Okay, so while we wait for him to put himself together, I'm going straight to Kojo Forex. Please give us your final words, give us your contact details, and don't forget to leave it in the chat box. Kojo Forex. Okay, so we can go straight to Dr. Harmonics. Please give us your contact details, your final words, and don't forget to leave it in the chat box.
Okay, so I'm very active on Instagram. So the Instagram is Dr. Harmonics_official. So DRHARMONICS_official. And Facebook, Trading with Dr. Harmonics. And my Telegram community, my trading community, Dr. Harmonics Mentorship. And We also offer free forex training for people who want to start their forex journey. So if you really want to master the art of trading the right way, you should contact us. My company is Gold Forex Institute, one of the leading forex institutes in Ghana. So you can also contact us for forex tuition in any form. So Dr. Harmonics _official Instagram and Trading with Dr. Harmonics on Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harmonics. I'm moving straight to Mr. Benjamin Anderson. Please give us your social media handles, your final words, and please don't forget to leave it in the chat box.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank every speaker on this platform. We are grateful for fulfilling our request to join us, explain crypto and then forex to participants of this webinar. Official, our handles are Mybitstore_app on Instagram, on Twitter, we are Mybitstore, Facebook, we are Mybitstore, and LinkedIn, we are Mybitstore. So you can follow our social media handles and get up-to-date content, what Mybitstore is up to, what we are doing, everything about Mybitstore over there. And so I don't have much to say for now. I think most of the things have been said already. And all I have to say is I'm grateful for everybody on this platform. I'm grateful that everybody made time to join us and to learn a thing or two from us. And whatever that has been said here, we wish that everybody listen to it with good ears and then practice them and see success in their trading journey, so they don't give up at any point in time. So it's been a nice day and we are grateful. That's all I have to say.
Mr. Anderson, since you have the last floor and to give you the credit of being the host, I just realized that I didn't ask you about USDT on Mybitstore. I don't know if you could touch on it just a little bit. Some two people have asked in the chat box too.
Okay, so USDT is basically a stable coin. Stable coin means a coin which its value doesn't fluctuate. It means that if you have $1, there's a likelihood that your $1 still remains $1. So in most instances, what people do with stable coin is that, Bitcoin is very volatile. So people don't want to take the risk of losing the value of their Bitcoin in dollar equivalent. So they will change, or they will convert, or they will swap their Bitcoin to a stable coin. A typical example is the USDT. There are a couple of them. Tron is providing a blockchain that hosts a couple of them. And Mybitstore has all the Tron stable coins on our website. We have the USDT, we have the True USDT, we have the USDC. All the stable coins are available on Mybitstore. So at any point in time, you think you need a way to stabilize your crypto, a stable coin is your number one option to look out for. And Mybitstore has all these stable coins on our platform. Yes, so basically stable coins are coins that helps you stabilize your cryptocurrencies.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much to everybody. I'm so grateful that we all made time to join. And I'm actually surprised that people stayed up until now. So we are so grateful. Thank you so much. We hope we've inspired you to start a side hustle in crypto and forex trading. We've also inspired you to be a little bit patient if you want to venture into these fields, because they have very good potential, but you need to be patient, take calculated risk, and manage your expectations. Please follow Mybitstore on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We are on Facebook, YouTube, we are Mybitstore. Then on Instagram, we are Mybitstore app. So Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Mybitstore, and then on Instagram, we are Mybitstore app. Please follow us. The link is in the chat box. You can just click and follow us on all our social media platforms. My name is Baba, and thank you so much for making time to join us. Bye-bye.